we talking about one of the things that I love is music, leadership and music. Okay, they are correlated. Okay, because to me, we can't have leadership without music. Okay,
Yes, totally.
exactly, because it's the flow. Okay, we got the harmony, then we have the rhythm section. You know what I'm saying? Then you add all those things in between. Oh my God, that's where the magic happens, right? We all know that. We all are music lovers. Whether you like rock, whether you like smooth jazz, whether you like trance music, house music, it's all good. Yes, music brings me back. Absolutely. I grew up, okay, in Motown, all right, in in the Motor City, where there was a wonderful singer on every corner. Okay, you can go out there, you can hear all these rhymes, these rhythms, and these beats, and you come alive. It makes us come alive, and it makes us just forget about our problems and just enjoy the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love about music. Okay, and leadership is the same thing, same way. So I am honored today to have Quinn Belize here with me today because I have been watching her for a while. I'm like, oh my God. And I have been talking to other musicians as well because I'm like, we can all come together, okay? Because I like to sing. I like rhythms. I like all these things because you see, I'm adding music to my stuff. And I'm like, how can I use music and leadership to reach more people? Hi, Harry and Timothy. Yeah, okay. So we got these gifts. How can we utilize our gifts, our skills, and the things that we love, okay, to bring more people into our circle, our inner circle, so we can heal and enjoy each other together to raise the consciousness of this world, okay? Yesterday, it was my yesterday or the other day, I was watching this guy. He was just playing the piano. Okay? He was playing the piano. And I was like, oh my God, I have to sit there and watch. And just listening to those tones, okay? And
Yeah.
to those keys as he was playing. I mean, whatever I was feeling before then, it just went away. Okay, it went away. And that's the power of creation, artwork, music, the spoken word, whether okay, the written word, whether you're singing it, whether you rhyming it, whatever, it just brings us so much peace, joy, and serenity. Okay, and that's why I saw uh Quinn here, and I said I have to reach out to her. We have to do this live today. She doesn't have her uh guitar with her, okay, but we're gonna reach agreements that when she do have it, that we're gonna redo this, and so she can come in and play for us because we want to. This will give us an opportunity to get a free concert before she becomes really famous. Then we have to pay a bunch of money. Yeah, you come on back when you get your guitar, so we can get a free. We're gonna get a free concert from
For sure.
her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely, and we all are going to make sure to subscribe to uh your publication, okay? So we can get notified whenever you go live, so we can be a part of it,
Yes.
okay? That the magic that you bring. All right. So I'm gonna let Quinn um introduce herself and she tell us what she wants to give us, okay? But talk to us about your story and what brought you to Substack.
I am Quinn Billies. I am a jazz guitarist, and yeah, and there are not a lot of like jazz guitarist women in Montreal because I live in Montreal, and it's like it's really hard out there. I am presently like studying in university for like jazz performance, and the guitar teachers were telling me is that they haven't seen a woman guitarist in 35 years in the program.
You said 25 or 35?
35. So, yeah, I'm kind of like the first one since 35 years to play the guitar. So, yeah, I'm really proud of it. And what brought me to Substack is that I kind of felt alone with this, and I wanted to share my music. And it was really healing for me because people on Substack are so supportive. Like it's crazy. I never had that before. I never had like this support system before, and it's just amazing. And I'm happy to like play the guitar for them and like bring them healing. That's what I do. That's what I want to do. Yes.
Talk to us about what we talked about when we had our Zoom call. That was really not your first calling as far as music.
No, no. I wanted to be a drummer, you know. And my mom said it makes too much noise in the house. So for Christmas I received a guitar. So the guitar chose me, I guess. I played it and I just couldn't stop.
Now you and I talked about, because I love music, all kinds, rock,
Yeah.
whatever, you know, even country. So talk to us about some of your role models when it comes to guitarists, because one of the things come to mind is Jimi Hendrix.
Hmm.
Tell us some of your heroes.
That's so funny for Jimi Hendrix because when I was practicing um, to like enter music in university, I I listened to Jimi Hendrix. I don't remember the tune, but like it made me want to go back and practice because like the song is like he's playing is like so crazy, and I just said like, oh my god, I just need to go back and practice. So I practiced some more, um, and my biggest inspirations, as far as the guitar goes, when I first listened to Wes Montgomery, it was this tune called People, and I bought this book with all of his transcription, and it's like so hard, to play this, and I wanted to play like him. I said to myself, I want to be him, you know. So that was kind of my first relationship with jazz guitar, and then I listened to Grant Green. He's like, yeah, he's one of my favorite jazz guitarists. The way he plays, it's like so simple but so soulful. And yeah, Wes Montgomery, Grant Green. I also really love George Benson.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. Yeah,
yes, give me the night. Oh,
yeah. I love this tune.
a couple of mine, when I was growing up, was Rick James and Prince.
Yes, Prince. Yes.
Oh my God, I fell in love with him. When I saw him on stage, he had on a diaper. I wouldn't care what he had on. I loved him for real. And that album he made with Purple Rain, oh my God, that's a
Yes.
classic. Oh my
Mhm.
God.
Yeah. I tried to like learn the tune years ago, and it's like the way he he writes his tune. I think he writes them at the piano because at the guitar it doesn't really make sense, but when you play them at the piano, it does make sense, and it's like so beautiful. Yeah, I really love Prince. Yeah.
Yes, he did have on the diaper. And like I said, oh yeah, yeah, I like him too. Earl Klug. Oh my God, there's so many. And I'm thinking about, I love music so much. How can we come together and do something? Like we can bring in, like I was talking to you about, you like the drums. You never got an opportunity to play it. Why not combine the two together? And then I see some other artists on there. They play different instruments. I reached out to them, and I don't know. They probably figured, well, why you want to meet with us? Because it's a part of leadership. Music, art, culture,
Yeah.
history.
Mm-hmm.
We're about so many things. We're multifaceted. Why do we have to just limit to ourselves to one particular thing? We're multidimensional. Okay? We talk about duality. Okay? Light, dark, all these things. We have to embrace these things to become the leaders that we want to be.
Yes, totally.
Okay? And
Yeah.
through music, look at the connections, the genuine connections that we make with people throughout the world. I lived overseas for 16 years, and it enhanced my life in ways I can't explain.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just around the same people all the time, then you come up with this group think. Then everybody thinking the same, doing the same. That's like
Yeah.
Groundhog Day. You watch
Yeah.
that movie Groundhog Day. Every day is the same, and it's like, damn, let me get off this hamster wheel, and so I can think for myself and live the life that I want and deserve, right? So yeah, like some of these people, I could be persistent, but they didn't want to collaborate with me. It was maybe wasn't the right time or whatever. But you being a musician, you can reach out to them. You guys can get a jam session. The three of you can do a jam session, see what it sound like. It's like, oh, we really good. We really jive together. You can record something beautiful. Remember, We Are the World. That I love that. I
Yeah.
love that song. Okay, they all came together for a common cause, a common purpose, and look what they created. You see what's possible?
Yes, I see all the possibilities. I see it for me. Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Right? So that never give up. You see, you might be narrow-minded just thinking about, okay, this is the guitar and I can do this. But look at Prince. He could play the piano. He was multi-talented. Not saying that's for you, but I'm just saying if we limit our thinking, then we only are going to be able to reach so far. But once we open our heart and our minds, we can expand beyond places we never even conceived possible. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Maybe I should consider the drums. I don't know. It might take me another 15 years to get good, but
What do you have to lose? Because you're still playing the guitar in the
yeah.
meantime. Meantime, you can still collaborate with other people,
Yes.
right? I remember how we used music. We were in the fields. How you think that we had was able to preserve, to be able to overcome through song, through community. Okay?
Yeah.
We couldn't have got through those things alone.
Mm.
We need each other more than ever before. And we can see that. We can feel that. But we just have to be willing to get out of our own way so we can experience what life really has available for us. We just limit ourselves. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to make this about me. So keep going. What do you have to say on all this?
You know, yeah, I've never like considered to play another instrument, but you kind of make me want to. I
Good.
I
Good.
sing us also. I sing. I have this band with my sis, Belle and Quinn, and we do a mix of jazz and Haitian music and soul and funk. And in our last album, we were able to put together a 12 musician band, and it was like all women. And yes, it's an album where I sing and I play the guitar and I wrote and arranged all the tunes. And like, yeah, it's just you were talking about leadership, and like it's so important because I don't feel like I'm a leader sometimes, but
Okay.
but I don't feel like I have the capabilities of being a leader, but when I look back and I see all the things that I'm doing, I am a leader. I was able to lead this 12 musician band, and we're going to Dakar next week, and we're playing this show, and it's just gonna be crazy. Yeah, yeah,
You recognize that you are a leader, and you keep telling yourself that when you go in that mirror, I am a leader, and you have already demonstrated that. You can build upon that. Okay, I'm gonna give you another person that I really truly loved was Barry White. Barry White was a genius. He had his own orchestra.
oh wow.
You have to look it up. He had his own orchestra, and he worked with a girls group too. I forgot what their name was, but he was a genius.
Mm-hmm.
And once you realize where your secret sauce lies, you play on that, and you develop that, and he started off by himself singing, and he elevated to have his own orchestra. For a black man back in those days to have your own orchestra,
That's crazy. Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
we stand in our own way. I know Bob Welk had his own orchestra, but to have a black man back in that day to have his own orchestra, it was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So, in today's world, do you know what's possible? Everything. You can have your own orchestra, you can have your own quintet, you can do so much. You can even have your own school where you're teaching people. Your opportunities are endless. The only person standing in your way is you.
I know. Yeah, I do that a lot. Yes. Um, I've been like throughout the years that I was practicing the guitar and trying to get good, people told me a lot of bad shit, you know?
You know
Espe-
why?
yeah,
You know why? Because they saw your potential and they were dimming your light. They wanted to minimize you. They were jealous and envious of you. Remember that. When people take this time out to do that, they see your potential and they're trying to prevent you from that. Don't allow that. Okay?
yeah,
Because you already demonstrated the power that you are. Don't let nobody dim your light. Don't let nobody shrink you.
yeah. Like I have a thick skin now, but I realize that it can really get to you, you
It
know?
can. I
Yeah.
know. It prevented me from even coming on Substack to even write a hero post for over a year. I could have been way further ahead. I don't blame nobody else. It was me. I didn't love and respect myself.
Mm,
Okay. Once we
yeah.
love and respect ourselves, raise our vibration, we won't even have time to even have people like that in our sphere because your security will check that. Like, no, okay. You spend your inner circle, keep your inner circle small. Okay.
Yes. This is what I do.
Okay. Yeah, because people are closest to you. Why? Who is she? Why does she deserve this? I deserve it. You see these kind of movies all the time, all this drama. When you cut out the drama by keeping your circle small, then you
Yeah.
don't have to deal with that stuff because that stuff prevents you from creating. Look at Bobby Christina. Okay? Look at Whitney Houston. Look at all the people that have given up their power for material gain. And
Yeah.
in the end, what do you gain?
Hmm.
You lose. And
Yes.
all your rights and all your work is gone. And other people taking the work that you've done and using it as their own. So we got to be smart.
Hmm.
Okay.
And
So
that
it's a lot of things as you continue to rise.
yes.
You're gonna see people for really who they are, and
Yeah.
believe it. And believe it. It's a lot of people out there. It's there's for you, and there's as many for you as there are against you. So we just pay attention to your body, pay attention to your intuition. When something tell you something's not right, listen,
Hmm.
okay, and make sure you read the fine print because we see how many artists out here don't get their just due. Okay, all these companies, these radio companies, all your royalties. I know because I grew up in Detroit. Okay, they can't even get loyal. Their royalties are okay. they figure out how to manipulate it where they're giving you all this money up front. You think, they're giving you dresses and all this. They said, well, all that stuff costs money. It's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And okay. So you have to be mindful of all of these things. It's a lot that you have to deal with as you getting up, you
It's
know?
it's a lot. That's why right now my sister and I were independent. Of course, we have like a booking agency that book us. And of course they take a certain cut, but it's like not like the end of the world. We can still like pay our shit and get the money we deserve, you know? It's because like it's sometimes it's a trap. I see musicians in Montreal getting these like recording deals, and it's like they don't have money. They live like at their parents' house or something, you see. And also when you talked about like keep your circle small, it really speaks to me because when you work with other people, you need to like check with who you're playing, because sometimes there are a lot of like people with bad intentions.
Yes.
Yes, you know. And sometimes they don't want to play with you necessarily for the good reasons.
No.
Yeah, so you need to be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, we do because yeah, he said energy vampires exist. It does. Look at like I said, Whitney Houston. We can look at Amy Winehouse. Okay, we can look at a lot of these celebrities. They, you are already really isolated, and so you start to feel like, okay, I got to trust somebody. Okay, and then you end up in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she
Yeah.
ended up with a drug addiction.
Yeah.
Both of them, most of them, they end up with drug addictions. It's because, okay, it's just plentiful. It's just plentiful. They just lay it there. It's all over the place. They want you to do it because once you get hooked, they own you.
Oh
They
yeah.
they own you in
Mm-hmm.
every way. In every way, you just down that rabbit hole and the parties and all these things. And before you know it, you be like, what happened to the money? They said you spend it. Okay, it's over. You're washed up. Then nobody wants you. So you have to be very, 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 very careful because you see what about the Diddy parties and everything.
Oh
That
yeah.
okay. They prick you with something you don't know. You wake up and you've been violated. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like no, I'm not going there. I don't give a damn. It's free. They're gonna roll out the red carpet for you. Yeah, of course. When you wake up, you're no longer yourself. You're somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, we got pictures of you. So you have to do this, and this, and then we will not reveal those pictures. I'm
Oh
just saying.
yeah.
I'm sure that Diddy did that because Diddy he didn't do all that stuff for nothing. You think you're just drinking pure champagne? No, it's mixed with some kind of drug.
Oh
Okay,
yeah. Totally. Yeah.
exactly. I don't drink from nobody's cup. You can't offer me nothing to drink. Period. I'm not going to be going to that party anyway, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, because this person, that person there, they're going to give you an opportunity to sit in front of this person, and then they can catapult your career. Yeah, catapult your career right into the alley. Okay, I'm just saying. Look at Aaliyah. Aaliyah, she died in that plane crash. That wasn't by chance. A lot of people say it wasn't by chance. So you have to be very careful when who you associate yourself with.
Yes. Totally. And like um when we go, I think it was last summer, we tour Canada, and like also with fans as well. You need to be
Oh,
careful.
don't get me started with that.
Yeah,
look at
because
John.
like
Look at John Lennon. Using him as an example.
yeah, John Lennon, what happened?
One of them crazed fans killed him.
Oh
That's what happened.
yeah, sure,
They were
yeah.
probably obsessed with him,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been watching him for a long time.
Yeah,
They watch. That's what these fans do. They're not fans. I call them obsessed. They
yeah.
watch your every move. They know the time that you leave the house. You see all these stars have been coming out and putting restraining orders on
Mm,
these people time
yeah.
and time again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to continue to happen.
Yes, for sure.
So
Yeah.
you got a lot to contend with. So that's one of the things, the devil you know versus one you don't. I'm just saying, you want to do all of these things, but you have to put so many safeguards in place. Now I see why fans act the way they act. I do. Because your life is no longer your own. They seeing you as this celebrity, but in private you're a different person. You being that person out there because that's what's expected of you. You know, but
Yeah.
that's not like the stars on the even the stars on what you call it, the soap operas. They had the same problem because you're like, oh, Tristan, oh, they playing a part. That's not even who they are, and people become fixated with you,
Yeah.
and then it's crazy. So
But
I'm not trying to scare you, but I just want you to know the realities of things that's
yes,
going on out there.
totally. Yeah.
Even with Biggie Small was killed. Then you had Tupac was killed. Then you have especially the rap, and it is very, very dangerous.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. You need to be
And,
careful.
yeah, and look at Nicki Minaj. The industry hate her. I don't know why they hate her, but they don't like her, and they always keep trying to find a new person that's going to replace her.
Hmm.
Okay, but she said, "No, this is my crown, and I'm going to maintain this until I'm ready to step down." So I don't know if she want actually they finally gave her the award that her just due. Okay. But she didn't get to that place by being sweet. She
Yeah.
got to that place by being cold and hard and being cutthroat. I'm just telling you. She didn't get to be on that place where she is. Even Queen Latifah, that stuff makes you hard. It makes you hard. It makes you cold. You have to be there because if you come up to be this nice, beautiful person, you're gonna become the next target. They're gonna like, oh no, she's too nice. She's just and that and the other. I'm just telling you. So you gotta be about yourself.
Yeah. And I just saw like Dare, he was asking about like what are my goals, what I want to do, and like we want to hear about your musical ideas. Um, I'd love to answer that actually. Thank you.
Sure, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So my musical goals, I actually I have this band with my sister, but also I have this other project that I'm doing alone. I have put together this like quintet, this jazz quintet. It's me, a trumpet, drums, bass, and me. Yes, so we're five, and I have put together all this like original music that I will be playing in New York at the Williamsburg Music Center on May 16. So I will. Yes, Natasha said quintet. That's so cute. So yes,
Perfect.
I would like to see you all, because it's gonna be a huge party, and it's like I've always created music for Belle and Quinn for my band, and like just doing this project alone. I'm like I don't have my sister by my side. It was a little hard, and I need to like lead a bunch of dudes. But
You got
yeah,
this.
yeah, I got this, and I think it's gonna be like amazing. Yeah.
I love it because then I think about back in the day, when they did the tap dancing. You could have different acts, you could have different music. I'm just saying, tap dancing, and I remember back in the day when they had these a cappella groups as well that used to sing. Oh my God, it was just amazing, amazing. So it's a lot of things that we can do musically,
Mm-hmm.
as long as we don't limit ourselves, and you can bring other musicians and artists in, and everybody can shine together. It's you are the leader, and so you are the creator. You create what you want to see in the world, see
Yeah.
and be in the world,
Mhm.
and you are a positive role model to others to follow.
Yes. You know, it's interesting you say that because, I have, I don't know how to say this in English, dwelt, deal. Like, I have deal. I was dealing, you know, um, maybe the chat can help me. I was dealing with mental um, mental health problems. Is it the right way to say this? I think so. I was dealing with mental health problems and still is. Like, I have suffered with depression and lots of stress, and like, um, it's like I am of Haitian origin, and it's like we don't talk about it. It's like if you have a mental illness, it's like magic or something. Somebody did magic on you, and like we don't talk about it. And I'm so glad, like on Substack, that I can like share my story, share about my depression and stress. It's like, yeah, I just want to be like an inspiration for other people to speak up and to get some help and to heal and to live your fucking life. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's one of the ways that we heal is by talking about our story. Then you can say, okay, these are the things that happened to me. Okay. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not my fault. Okay. And you can start, you also starting to heal that through your music.
Yeah.
Okay. We heal ours through also our words, the art that we make. Any type of creativity helps you to release this trauma, but still we need to talk about it. We need to let it out
Mm-hmm.
because it's stuck in our body, it's
Yeah.
stuck in our nervous system, it's stuck in our memory, and we need to be able to unlock it and say to set it free,
Mm-hmm.
figure
Yeah.
out how to heal, because the same thing that broke us is going to continue to attract us.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Until we heal those wounds, we are going to continue to bring this negativity, toxicity into our lives. And that's honest the truth. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's truth.
Yeah.
So how you figure out how to release that permanently, it takes time, and you have to figure that out for yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But by you starting to talk about it is the first step.
It is. Yeah. I would never imagine that I would be so vulnerable on a social media, on Substack. I wrote posts about like sexism and depression and wanted to kill myself, and like it's a real thing. It's and I have to deal with it every day, and it's so hard, but I think that's those experiences makes me the player, the guitarist that I am today. I am a really emotional player, and I had to deal with this because I wanted to play like the other guys. And sometimes what I find when I hear modern players today, they play, um, their playing is cold sometimes. It's there's no emotion, and here I am playing with all these emotion, and sometimes it's not well received. But that's who I am. There's nothing else.
And
Yeah.
remember, there's nothing you can do about it. We are not for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay? The
Sure.
person that vibe with you and your music and your messaging will find you. The other people, don't worry about them. That's
Hmm.
their loss.
Yeah.
Okay? They're
Hmm.
not for you anyway. Remember
Totally.
that.
Yeah.
Do you like everything
No,
and
for
ev-
sure.
and everybody?
No. Yeah.
Okay then. Likewise. Just remember that. I get down on myself too. But there's a lot of people that likes me and likes what I bring to the table. And that's what we should focus on. Okay? That's what we should focus on.
Yeah.
Not our glass is not half empty. Our glass is half full. And you always tell yourself that. And don't um don't try to operate from an empty cup. Come operate from a full cup and you dish out the overflow.
Yes.
Remember, everything is not yours to carry. If it's not yours, let the person that owns it uh give it back to them and let them deal with it.
Yeah.
Period. You have enough to deal with, okay? You're trying to make positive change in the world. Don't let nobody take you off your path, okay?
Yeah. I need to remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're only here for a short period of time. Tomorrow we could be gone in the
Mhm.
blink of an eye. What did you bring to the world today that you're proud of and made a difference about? That's what you tell yourself that. That's what you focus on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mhm.
Anything else is negative. And don't entertain it.
Yeah. You know.
Because
And
we know how many people within our community that had so many gifts and they kept being pushed down. The cemetery is full of people with regret. On their deathbed, they say, "Oh, I wish I had a wrote that poem. I wish I had a wrote that story. I wish I had. I wish I had." Okay, don't be one of those people.
no, no, for sure. When like I want to, I spend my 20s depressed as fuck, and wanting to kill myself, and I had all these mommy issues, and like my mom doesn't like me, and I'll never be loved by anybody. And like now that I am in my 30s, I just want to live my fucking life. I just want to like play my music and like share it with the world. And I don't want to regret anything, you know?
Good. Good,
Yeah.
cause my family hates me too, and I always wondered why, and I always hated myself as a result. But I love myself today, and I don't give a damn about them because I cut them all off. And you know what? I'm happier now than I ever been.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
people try to keep dimming your light because they didn't have what they wanted in life, or they didn't have the opportunities. Well, is that my fault? Why should I have to pay for your discretions? Why do I have to pay for the things that you wanted in life and wasn't able to fulfill? That's not my problem. And I'm not going to carry that shit around. And I'm not going to be that person because I want better for my life.
Hmm. Totally. Yeah.
Okay. And you deserve that. And that's
Yeah.
where I'm at today. I have peace and serenity. Okay.
You kind of have to be your own mother.
You do. Be
Yeah.
your own cheerleader. Okay. Be your own sugar daddy. Okay. Because I'm not gonna jump through your hoops. Okay. And I'm not gonna jump and you say how high. If I feel like doing it, then I will do it. If I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. So my father, who was a narcissist, a Baptist minister, he said, have your own money. Now he was the devil. If he tells me that, then I'm gonna listen. Okay, have your own money. Don't be reliant. That's why my mother stayed with him and she never left because she felt like she couldn't make it on her own. Well, I'm here to tell you, I can make it on my own. I've been doing it for all this time, so why do I need you now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's it. Exactly, exactly. You play. If you want to play the piano, if you want to play whatever instrument you want, you have the right to do it. Okay? If that brings you joy and happiness, why not?
Yeah. It's like give yourself permission. It's a hard thing to do when
It is.
you've
It
been told
is.
no and you cannot and all your life. And you have to kind of have to do it for yourself. You have to force yourself to say,
Yes.
I want this. I
Yes.
right to have it. It's if other people can have it, why not me? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you can too. And to keep telling yourself that. I don't give a damn who tell you otherwise. Who are you to tell me what I can do?
Yeah.
I
You
don't
know?
care if you're paying my bills or not. Because the first thing come out your mouth that I'm doing this, then it's time to cut that person off because you're not for me. If you're trying to stop my bag, if you're trying to stop my progress, if you're trying to stop me from achieving goals that's going to benefit me and you, then you don't deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Okay?
And it's
People
like,
want to, yeah.
yeah, and it's like you that's why you need to choose your musicians wisely, because sometimes they're gonna like tell you what to do with your own music.
Who are
And
you to tell me what to do?
yeah, and like don't be afraid. I have like fired musicians, you know 'cause-
Good for you.
yeah, and you have to, because as a when you lead a band, um, of course you need to take care of your musicians, but you also have to take care of you know and sometimes I forget this. I want my musicians to be like, well, I want to pay them for everything, I want to pay for food and all of that, and sometimes I forget about me. I forget that I have needs too, so it's really important to not forget yourself, you know in the process.
I'm gonna tell you, I know a lot of bands that have broken up because of different things. I used to love Journey. Oh, I love Journey. Steve Perry, he left the group.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know why. Then you had other groups. You think about. Prince went out on his own. He started. A lot of these singers and stuff. They start off with groups and then they go out on their own. Like Candy Barris, for example. Uh, uh, TLC.
Yeah.
Okay, she went out on her own. So you have to be willing to make sacrifices to get to where you want to be. When you see that, even Chaka Khan, remember Chaka Khan? She had her own group, and then she went out on her own. You know, Aretha Franklin. They start off with singers and stuff background, and even Diana Ross. Okay, so the two of them didn't like each other for
Yeah.
whatever reason. Diana Ross is a queen, and then Aretha Franklin over here, she like ghetto. I love them both, but if I had to choose between the two, I can't. Okay, because I love them both. Anyway, I'm just saying you have to realize, okay, your potential. When you see people are holding you down, or when you have want to go a different path, it's okay to say, hey, we had fun. We had 2 or 3 years together. I've learned so much from you. You've grown. Okay, let's go out on our own and see what we can do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
Right?
yeah, yeah. It's a hard thing to do, but sometimes you have to. And like I don't know, somebody asked an interesting question. I'm gonna try to find it. Um, and I wanted to answer that. Oh
Okay.
yeah, Joe. He said leading a band hard. Some players overplay and have the need for attention too much. In my experience, leading a band is like really hard. It's really fucking hard. Because sometimes they don't listen to you.
Right. Like, who are you? Like, for example, when Rick James first started out, he was into funk. Okay. And so it was a new genre and a lot of people wasn't aware of it. So he reached out to people in the UK, white folks in the UK. I'm just being honest. Okay. And they all uh, got together and collaborated and and spreaded it out. Okay. He was known for that. That was his signature brand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I think about, I used to love Amy Winehouse. She was amazing. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you see singers like that, you see what's possible. Okay. Then you have Little Richard, who played the guitar too.
Yeah.
Did you
The
did you like
guitar.
his stuff?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got a lot of people, a lot of people that definitely can follow. Let's see what people are saying here. Okay. Daryl said, find other intuitives who understand that quality, not ego, is most important.
Yes.
It starts with those values. If you have a conversation, that's why I have a Zoom call with everybody, and I have to feel their energy and see if we are in alignment with each other before I go live. I'm not going to just go live with you and not know. I have a couple times, but I felt uncomfortable. Anyway, if you're not in alignment with that person, I don't want to do any type of collaboration. Period.
That's
Okay,
for sure.
it's not
And
going to go well.
yeah, it's you're totally right. And I wish somebody would have told me this. In the past, I did so many like collaborations that I knew in my heart and in my body when you said listen to your body, I didn't, and it yeah turned to shit. So yeah, from now on, like I only want to see and like collaborate with people that I feel that it is right, you know.
You have to because people gonna like Quinn is on a come up, so I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna become friends with you. Then people come in and try to copy you and figure out your mannerisms, start using that and start dressing like you, and it's like, what's going on here? This shit is getting weird. Okay, I'm just telling you. Okay, you have to be careful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It reminds me of I think it was back in I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I was working with that band. They hired me as a guitarist. And cuz the leader of the band, he wanted like experienced guitarist to play with. And during that time I was doing my album and I received a grant for it and like doing my own project, and he was like looking like of like my progress on the album on Instagram, and he's like, oh, you're gonna have like horns on your album and brass, and that's so cool, and you're gonna have your own like little big band. And when I played with him that summer, told me, I'm gonna have my brass on stage, and I'm gonna have like my own horns, and I'm gonna have my big band on stage. So he just like copied literally what I wanted to do.
See what I'm
And
saying?
yeah,
That's why I'm gonna give you another thing. Don't tell people what you're going to do. Keep it to
yes,
yourself.
yes,
Keep it to
yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
Okay. Because I had a few people ask me the other day, well, Margaret, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna tell the world what I'm gonna do so they can come back and sabotage it or copy it for their own. Because I see a lot of that going on, and I'm gonna be honest. But people are going to copy us, and I think it's a good thing that shows that people are resonating with you and in a good way, and that's okay. Okay, but when you take my piece of paper and you copy it verbatim, no, that is unacceptable.
mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
and people are out there just waiting. He's sitting there waiting. Okay, well, what Quinn coming up next? Then I can duplicate it and make it my own.
yeah,
It's people out there like that, and we have to recognize. I just recognized it myself, and I'm like, oh my god, these people are crazy. What the hell? They so you might have to get some restraining orders, and I'm just telling you, might have to do some restraining orders and get some protection for real, because that's unnecessary. Look at John Lennon, like I said, for example, that person was crazed. Ain't no telling how long that they was bothering him. He's just living his life, making his music. He's an artist. What the hell? I'm just telling you, girl. I'm just telling you. Be
yeah.
careful.
Mm-hmm. I am very careful, and I'm not like gonna share like what I'm doing anymore.
No,
But
don't do it.
yeah, but
Don't do it.
I realize that
Oh, he said Selena. Oh, I forgot about Selena. Did you know Selena? She
yes.
was
Mm-hmm.
okay. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we still cannot live in fear. Because we live in fear, it will it will drown our creativity. So we have to find a happy medium. We don't want to live in fear, and we don't want to be living and looking around the corner every time either, and wonder if this person is the one coming to get me. Okay, so we have to find a happy medium. We have to stay like in the middle. So you have everybody else taking care of all of these things, an entity that you trust. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Who the fuck can you trust nowadays? Ah, that's another thing. You want to hire a lawyer, you want to hire a doctor, you have personal information. That's why these celebrities have people signing a non-disclosure agreement, because then they come back later on like, oh yeah, I was the nanny and I saw her in there doing this or doing that. Who gives a damn? You know what I'm saying? That's why uh this, you know, these subscribers, I mean not subscribers, these that's why you have to protect your peace, your security. You can't let people know where you're going to be going at certain times, certain places. I'm just saying, because we open ourselves up to a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
as and I'm not even famous. You know what I'm saying? I'm nobody.
Yeah.
And I, you know, so you have to think about all these things. I'm sorry to lay it on you like that, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, and the music industry is a hard thing to navigate, you know? Yeah.
Life is hard enough to navigate, much less the music industry. And basically, they're all the same. These systems and people are all the same. It's just a different face, a different organization, but the MO is the same.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you recognize that and protect yourself and just all this materialistic stuff, let them have that stuff, because that stuff is nothing. Because if you got money, you can buy whatever you want materialistically. You can buy your own car. What is it that we actually need? And that's the thing. A lot of people live above their means, and then they get themselves in these situations and say, I need this money. If we don't forsake ourselves for these things, then we can sustain without them. And when they offer this stuff to you on a silver platter, say, here, this is for you. No, I don't need that. I don't want that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To-
Right?
yeah. Totally.
Yeah. When you operating from abundance, then you can shy all these things away from you, because they're not. You're on such a high vibration, it can't touch you. It can't penetrate. They
Mm-hmm.
have to focus on the ones that they can manipulate and control. It won't be Quinn, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. It's like, oh, here's some champagne. No, I got my own champagne. I got my own flowers. I got everything that I need. It's nothing that you can give me that I could ever want. And that's the attitude you want to have going forward, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a musician, whatever. Am I right or wrong?
You're right. Yeah. You know?
Be self-sufficient. Okay? You don't need anybody for anything. I'm just saying we're gonna need somebody for something, but the minimalist things you need people for, the better. Okay? Because you don't want nobody to come back and say, well, you know what? That thing I gave you, you owe me for that. I don't want to be obligated to nobody. You can't come back and say, I owe you nothing. I don't owe you nothing. Okay? No, no. Yeah, and so I'm sorry, go ahead.
You go ahead, please.
Okay, okay. So Derek want to know if you on Spotify?
Yeah, I am on Spotify with my band Bell and Quinn. I'm just gonna write it down. Yeah.
If you could provide me all of your links to, are they on your publication?
Yes, yes. But I can send it to you.
Okay, yeah, I want to make sure to include all of that,
Yeah.
because you're doing amazing work and people need to find you and know where you are located, okay? And you sharing your story about the trauma that you have experienced, and you said it what happens is, just like in my language, the things that I'm suffering with that I try to withhold and keep pushed down, those are the things that come out during our conversations with people. Okay, it's not that I am purposely trying to trauma dump on people, is that we're hurting so much, and while we're having these conversations, these feelings and all these things are bubbling up from the surface.
For
So
sure.
how can it not affect us on a daily basis
Yeah.
in some kind of way? It has to come out. If you're not letting it out, it's coming out in your conversations. It's coming out in the things that you do on a daily basis without us even recognizing it.
So that's why music is like so powerful. You can sometimes it's easier for me to talk with notes, you know. Just play my guitar and people will interpret it like as they want it to, you know.
Yes. Yeah. And honestly, sometimes we don't want to fucking talk.
Yeah.
And we
So
shouldn't have to if we don't want to. You might want to express it like I do. I might say, okay, I want to talk about the difference between the ego and arrogance because I'm really pissed off about something right now. So rather than to go and feel like I'm dumping in the notes, I can just write about it, and you can feel it in my voice. You can feel that, oh, she's frustrated. She's in pain. Yeah, I'll put it out that way, and then I'll add some music on top of it that's gonna soothe it after I put it out there. However, you have to get it out. Get it out.
yeah, and Derek said dancing helps so much.
Yes, yes. That's why I will play some music, and I will be popping around the house. Okay, I'll feel better, and I'm burning calories at the same time. Okay, right?
You're right.
And one of the dances that I really really liked back in the day was the tango. To see a couple do the tango, and remember that music, that movie, what was that dancing? What was that with Patrick Swayze and that girl? Oh my God! Okay, they was dancing. I used to love that movie, and I love Sleepless in Seattle. Okay, what was that dancing? Oh, and what's the one dancing? Saturday Night Live. Oh
Yeah.
man, he was dancing. Oh my! And I love the Bee Gees. Oh my God! And
Dirty Dan-
whatever.
yeah.
Huh?
The movie Dirty Dancing. That's what you're talking
Yes,
about.
yes, Dirty Dancing. I love that movie. I love that music, and his voice was heavenly. I like. Oh my God! I didn't know that. I think that was the only song that Patrick Swayze wrote. But oh my God, I didn't know he could sing and dance and act. I'm like, oh my God, I love that movie. Okay. Yeah, and Beetlejuice too. I love that one, Beetlejuice. Oh my God. So I don't even watch movies anymore because I'm always on Substack. So it's all good. But it's good to have these conversations
Yes.
about the things that we've experienced in life and how these people and stories changed our life and made us the person that we are today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And then I think about Duke Ellington. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. And Count Basie. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. And when
Yeah.
he said the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone. Oh my God. I just feel reckless in my body. What was that? BB King. Oh my God. Don't get me started. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Keep me near the cross. I
Yeah.
didn't mean that in a bad way. What's
And
that?
Derek said Satchmo.
Satchmo. Oh yes. Oh my God. Yes. You can see those lips, and when he had that. Oh my God. We're talking heavenly. And
Yes.
Miles Davis. Oh my God.
Yeah, Miles Davis is one of my favorite trumpet player.
Okay.
The way he plays is like he's not about like all the notes and playing fast. He did all that when he played with Charlie Parker, back
Oh,
in
that's another one.
the
Oh
30s.
my.
And like now, like in his like solo projects, like he would just like feel things, and that's what I love about
Oh,
Davis. Yeah.
that's when you feel something, that's the best thing in the world. That's going to be the best article. That's going to be the best painting. That's going to be the best music. Okay? When you feel it,
You know.
then you hear it. And then you can see it, you can visualize it. You use all your senses, just come alive. Oh my God. Okay. I could talk about this all day. I love music, okay? Everything about it. independent, and more efficient with our time. I know that's right, Miss Hughes. Okay? All right? All love to you from a woman who understands your journey. Just stay calm, stay focused, and be thankful for your talent.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
You have talent, and you just have to remember that. Embrace who you are.
yeah.
And that's where the magic happens, okay? And you're already doing it.
And it's so beautiful to see that I like so many people have the same stories, the same journeys. You're not alone in this. You're not alone. There are other people there that went through the similar things, you know? And it's just amazing to see that you're not alone. Yeah.
And these conversations help us to remember that.
Yeah.
Eve, every conversation touches our heart and help to change and heal us, this trauma. And we deserve that so we can become the person we were meant to be. Okay, we deserve that. And remember that. Each and every one of us do. Derek said he had to go. And he said, Abby Lincoln, you can never lose a thing when it belongs to you. And
Mm,
he's right,
he is.
right?
Yeah.
Um, and the spoken word poets over beats. Whatever floats your boat, okay? Whatever floats your boat. Just never limit yourself to just beats or poetry. Because I love poetry too. Poetry comes from uh poetry is turned into music.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, you have songwriters out there. And I love, what was his name? He's played Benny and the Jets. Benny and the Jets. Um, Elton John.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love Elton John. Okay. Um, the list goes on and on. We have to just focus on, he said, keep it tight and keep it real. Okay. You do that, you're gonna win. That's a winning combination right there in itself. You are always a winner. And don't let anybody tell you anything different. You are a winner. I don't give a damn how many mistakes you made during the day or during the year. You are still a winner because making a mistake means you took action. Anytime you take action is a win. I don't care if you won or lost. It's a win. Take it for what it is because you can build on that. You can move one step further and be closer to where you want to be.
It's hard, because like in music education, especially in jazz, in the jazz tradition, you don't have the right to make mistakes. And I remember when I was doing the big band, I was the only woman in there. And like when I was doing a mistake, I would get grounded. And when the other guys would make mistake, the boys, they would laugh and say, "Oh, that's fine," you know. So I need
But
to, yeah,
but through all of that, look at where you are today.
yeah,
You couldn't have been where you are today without all of that.
for sure, yeah,
It made you tough. It made you strong. It made you resilient. It made you persevere.
yeah,
How many people have, since you started that journey? Many people have probably gave up, but you stayed strong and you went through it. That's why you are successful, and they fell by the wayside. Whatever, for whatever reason, maybe it wasn't meant for them. But here you are today,
here I
like a
am today.
phoenix,
Yep.
like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You don't think that each and every leader have experienced these same things? Look at Rosa Parks. Look at Eleanor Roosevelt. All the successful leaders in history, they didn't get there by chance. They did the work
Yes,
and they made the sacrifices and cried many tears at night. But look at their success. It lives on today.
that's so powerful. Yeah,
So, who do you want to be? 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, when you look back and look at these leaders and look at you today, okay, who do you want to be?
Um, I want to be a world class jazz guitarist. I want to be known. I want to be a fucking icon, you know? And it's only recently that I've accept that, you know, and just to say it out loud is like weird. But yes, I want to play guitar and I want to people to know me, you know?
There it is. There it is. And you can say that gracefully and proudly and courageously. And don't let nobody take you away from that dream. That's your dream. You define your your future, not no one else. You write your story. You are the author of your story and how you wanted to, what you wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
Claim it.
I do claim it. Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Okay? Don't let nobody take that from you. Okay? Uh let's see if somebody else have anything else to say. Feminine creativity can be the ultimate joy. Rest in confidence. Okay? That was Derry. Okay? Um know a vocalist songwriter. Okay, I'm not gonna let anybody define. Okay, thanks, Joe. I'm not gonna let anybody define what I do because I used to sing in the choir. Okay, and I'm going to go back to that gift to try reconcile my past with my future, my present and my future. Because until I deal with that, then it's going to still be something I'm withholding inside myself that's preventing me from being my best self. So
Yeah.
I'm going to at one point, I'm just going to go out there and sing and do that. And that's
Me.
going to release
Yeah.
the rest of the trauma that I'm holding within my body and in my nervous system because I was forced to be on stage to perform for everybody else so they can be like in the Roman days, they had the lions out, they had all these acts so the rich and the privileged can sit there and enjoy while they're tearing each other apart, whether it's a lion is tearing a person apart. So
Mhm.
that's how people get their kicks. They say get your kicks on Route 66. That was a good song too. Okay. Anyway, so you understand what I'm saying. I'm not on stage for anybody's performance to say, okay, you did a good job. Because we wait for people to don't wait for people to tell you did a good job. When you did all that you can and you are passionate about what you're doing, don't worry about what other people think about it. You put it out into the world, just go on and move on to your next your next thing. Because
Mhm.
everybody is not going to champion you. Whether you're doing good or not, they will never tell you because they don't want you to know. That's a part of minimizing you
Yeah.
and shrinking you. So don't worry about it. Okay?
That's what I
You,
realized. Yeah.
yeah. So they really hating on you, and it's okay because it happens to everybody. Okay? So we can't worry about that. Keep creating. Be consistent, and the joy and the accolades, everything will come. Okay? It will come to you. It will. The universe, it's like the laws of attraction. What you put out in the world, that's what's going to come back to you. Just keep doing what you're doing. It will come. It will overflow so much you won't even have hands to hold it.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know because I've been like telling myself a lot of bad things, and you know, it's coming back to me. You know, like all the bad things that I said to myself, it's like it keeps coming back. But I realize when you say, um, when you trust yourself, when you know you're gonna make it, when you know you don't need to like, you don't need validation from other people. You act beautifully, you know. So you're totally right. Yeah.
You are amazing and keep telling yourself that because you are. Okay? And so Natasha K wants to know if you're an actress because you can be. Don't limit yourself. You can go into acting and use your music to elevate you.
Oh my
For
God.
real. You can. You should consider it because you are photogenic, you are charismatic, and there's no reason that you can't be an actress too. Period. You can't get it one way, get it the other. Get it all at the same time. Get it. Oh, all right. For real. You should
Before,
consider that.
when I was like a kid, before I even considered music, I wanted to be an actress. But like guitar found me, and I gave up all that. So I
Don't
I
give up.
I, I don't know if I'm a good actress. I don't see myself being on like on TV or something.
Yeah, you could be. I used to. What's that movie that came out with the new Cinderella movie? I love that movie with what was the name of it? Wicked. Oh my God, I watched that about 3 or 4 times. Tell me what you can't do. You're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, you can be all that. I like, damn. I have the video of you, and I'm sitting in my wheelchair, whatever, and I like, damn. I got a live. Her and I was on a live together, and now look at her. She just won that award. What's that guy just won that award for Sinners? I didn't think he probably no. He probably went in there and said, "I'm a winner. I'm gonna win this award," because that's the attitude that you got to have. And
Yeah.
he came out a winner. He won that award. It was more. I thought it was more black people this time. I didn't watch it. I don't watch it. But that was a historic moment that he won that award. That could be you. Not just for your music, but also for your performance in a film or whatever. A short story. Girl. Okay? Don't limit yourself. Because Natasha K is right. Because she see the potential in you too. Okay? She could be your agent. Because Natasha K got it going on. She see talent. Now, not Natasha K is bad. She used to be on Kamala Harris camp. Now, if she tell you that, you better listen. And she know people. She know people. People who know people are the luckiest people in the world. That's the power of connection. She hook you up with the right person, and they have you on that uh okay, on that stage, whatever, okay? And then you use that to promote your music and your mission of helping other people. So it's a win-win for everybody. Look at the whole picture, what you create, not just what you see in front of you.
Like just talking with you today just opened my eyes. Sometimes I am like this because I
Most
need.
of us,
Yeah.
most of us are. That's why we need more people, bring more people into our lives so we can see things that we can't see in ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay? Uh, Joe said it's magic when on stage everyone is in the pocket playing parts with each other and not over each other. That's where the magic happens, okay? I can't say it enough because if we're competing against each other, what are we accomplishing? What are we creating for the world? For what type of role model can we be in competition with each other?
Yeah, this is something that the Montreal music scene, especially the jazz scene, should consider, because there's a lot of playing on top of each other, and like competition and like snobs and all of that crap. And jazz, it's about listening to each other. I mean, how we create something together if we don't like listen to each other? So every time I go up stage and I play with other people and I play jazz, I try to listen to others and maybe play some of their lines. Even if I am the only one listening, at least the music will be a little better, you know? It's important.
That
Yeah.
that is why I told you there's a correlation between music and uh and leadership, because you can't always see something, but you can hear. The things that you hear are very, very important. Okay. And so we need to take heed to that, because every person, you coming from a different country, your understanding is different than mine coming from the United States. So it forces us to not listen like that, but active listening, what a person is actually saying versus what we are trying to convey, because we are too busy coming up with something to respond to rather than to listen to the person's actual what they're saying. Okay, we're too
What does
busy coming
I'm
up with a
sorry. What does it mean convey?
say.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? So in
Yeah.
order for me to understand you, I need to we need to come I need to come to where you are to understand. Because if say for example, I'm up here, the president of the United States or whatever, and some people like that, they're like, oh, I don't understand you. We're not on the same level. We're not on the same class. We're not in the same, So they act like they don't understand you on purpose. So that way they don't have to conform, or they don't have to um it's another way of pushing you down. Okay.
Yeah.
Passive aggressive behavior. So when a person is not understanding you, then it's time to move on from that conversation. Okay. And so taking that in consideration, and your time is limited, then you can act accordingly.
Yes.
You don't have to be belligerent. You don't have to be callous. You can just remove yourself from the situation. Okay. I see you understand. Okay. All right. I got something else to do. Talk to you later. Okay. My mother used to say, kill them with kindness. Because you can cuss a person out.
Yes.
You can cuss a person out and be kind at the same time. Okay. They don't realize it. They're like, damn, what happened? I don't understand. The conversation over. It's nothing else to talk about. Duh. Okay. By the time they figured out, I'm 5 miles away. Okay. All right. You figure it out. Okay, baby. And I'll talk to you later. That's
Yeah.
it. Right? Kill them with kindness. There it is. So it's always a way to do something, because you never know. You might have to go back to that person for a favor, and so you don't want to burn every bridge. Okay, if you
Yeah.
burn the bridge, that was the movie, a movie about the River Kwai. Okay, if you burn the bridge down and you have to go back across it, and you don't burn it down, where else you gonna go? Okay, like damn, I burnt that bridge down. I should have burned it down on my way out. On my way out of that place, not before I got out. Okay. So we just have to take all these things in consideration.
Yes.
I was in Israel as a diplomat, so I learned how to be diplomatic, okay, and get my needs met, and what I needed at the same time, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, depressing. Oh, she said so depressing. A waste of time in a band where they don't hear each other. I heard, yeah, I seen that. I don't see any other comments in here. Do you see any comments? Oh, Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong. Yes, oh my God.
Yeah, Satchmo.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly. And oh, the poet at Biden's inauguration was a poet at one of the events. I'm so proud of her. And was decades later, but she was good, and I felt good. See what I'm saying? The spoken word, the written word, poetry, all of these things. Remember the Harlem Renaissance, where
Yeah.
all the creators hung out together, and the magic that they made together. Oh my God. And so why we can't have that same community? We can. When we come together in song and music and words and poetry, and we lift every voice and sing. Okay? Remember that song? That was so powerful. That was an anthem. Okay? Lift every voice and sing. Okay? And when we were all singing together, okay? we were happy, we were connected, and look at the light that was shined on the world because of that,
It's
right?
a, it's such a beautiful thing. It's not the same mentality in Montreal, and we need more community. We need more community in music and jazz and be more including, you know?
Yes,
Yes, and like there are a lot of like women musicians in Montreal, and sometimes they feel excluded. Myself too, and we need it's important to come together as a community, you know, and people need to understand that. Yeah.
you're right. But you can do that through song because you guys coming together through song, through words, that brings people in together in itself. And then I think that heals people's hearts and open people's minds. And then people are more uh, willing to let their guard down and be vulnerable and come together. We can disagree about politics. We can agree about a lot of things, but through music, we find commonality, humanality. I think we do that through through music and through creativity. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way. That's the only way I see people letting their guard down to dance, to laugh, you know, to talk to other people, and to become vulnerable. That's how we make the world a better
Yeah,
place.
totally. Yeah.
Yes, and because I don't know, I wouldn't want to live in a world without music and art and history and all and culture, the things that bring us show that we are more in alignment with each other than in discord. Okay, that's my opinion.
Without art, it would be fucking depressing.
It would be. It would be a life not worth living. I can tell you that. Okay.
I don't know
Yes.
what I would do with music. Yeah. No music in my
Exactly.
head. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So I want to thank you today, Quinn, for this amazing uh conversation. I hadn't even did any bullet points or nothing. I said I'm just gonna go with it and whatever the spirit brings, that's what it's gonna bring, and that's what it's gonna be what it be. Okay.
Thank you so much, Margaret. It was amazing. And just talking with you just lifted my spirit today. And I got just like so inspired.
Well,
You,
thank you. You
yeah.
this is what they say. Happy trails. Remember that song, Happy Trails. Until we meet again, and you can reach out to me and I support you.
Thank you so much. And I support you.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Happy trails until we meet again. Thank you so much. All right, bye. Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.